welcome to Chelan Bay Marina. Thanks for booking a rental with us today. Just want to let you know to check in with Dan, Holly, or our dock hand staff before you come out to the boats.
I'm going to be walking you through some of the features on the Cobalt CS23. You've got a flip down swim step. You pull a pin, pull this up. This folds down, locks in place. And just to put it away again, pull a pin, pull it back up, and it stows away nice and easy. Working our way up, we've got our pull-up seat here. So you can sit back here and watch whatever is going on. But bear in mind that you're not allowed, according to Washington law, to sit back here when going faster than 5 miles per hour. Here is where you might put your surfboards. All you do here, pull this up, stick your surfboards in, drop that down, they're nice in place. If for whatever reason you need to get this out of the way, you pull this pin up, drop it back, and it'll lock in place this way or that. Under this seat here, as you can tell, this folds forward and up. There's a bit of space here. This is where the ballast bags are stored. When you turn on the ballast motors, these bags will fill up with water for surfing purposes. It is very important that you do not store anything in this compartment if you intend to turn on ballast bags. And here is where the batteries are stored. This is important because on the far left underneath, there is a switch. When it's in the upward position, the battery's off. To the right, one battery is on. And all the way down, that's both batteries at the same time. Bear in mind, you should only ever keep it on one battery because you don't want both of them dying on you and you'll be left stranded. Under this seat here, you've got your built-in integrated cooler. There is no lining in here, so you're free to just throw your ice, your drinks in here, and when you're all done at the end of the day, you just pull the plug, it all drains outside the boat. Nice and easy. And up here, of course, glove box, pretty standard. Put whatever you like in here, but you'll also find, located in here, is your orange flag. Whenever you have people in the water, let's say you're tubing your kids around, they fall off, they're in the water and there are other boaters around, make sure to take this flag and lift it nice and high so everybody can tell. Up here you have your standard cigarette lighter 12-volt port for the air compressor that you'll find under the front seat, which I'll point out in a moment. Next to it here is a USB input, standard 5-volt outlet, as well as a old school auxiliary cable plug-in. Up here you have all of your Helm controls. There are a fair number of buttons, but don't be alarmed, you won't actually need to use most of them. On this corner here, you'll have your Bluetooth audio control. Here is your horn, and of course, your ignition. To get the boat going, what you'll want to do is just turn the key a half turn there. It'll light up all of your electronic systems. Bear in mind, at this point, do not turn the boat all the way on. First thing you need to do, on the right-hand side, you'll see this little switch here that says bilge blower. You want to turn that on. You let that run for 4 minutes or so, and only after that point you can turn the key. One quick click, and it'll fire on. The rest of the switches, in general, you won't need. On the left here is your bilge pump. That can be left on. So bilge blower, again, important. Bilge pump can just be left on. By default, if you're not surfing around, you're going to want to keep this on performance mode. The controls here are very intuitive. When you're ready to surf and all your ballast bags are filled up, you press the surf left switch. What that will do is it will make the wave that's being pulled behind the boat start to veer to the left. If you press the surf right button, same thing applies. The wave will start curling out on the right-hand side of the boat. And these can just be switched on the push of the button at any time. On any surf boat, you'll have either ballast bags or ballast tanks, which add weight to the boat in order to generate a good wave. On this side, you'll have your port side ballast bag, the one on the forward under the middle compartment, and the one on the starboard side. To fill it up, you just simply hit the top button, fill, and when they're done filling, you can kind of hear the motors start to cool down. Click it to the middle again and they'll stop. On the other hand, if you want to empty them again, you hit the empty switch, and you can hear it when it's obvious that they've become empty, and you can just switch the button to the middle. When it comes to filling up the forward ballast bag, it is important that you keep an eye visually on how full the ballast bag is getting. As this bag fills up, it will fill to a point where it'll want to push this door outward. So when you see it getting to the point where it's filling up the compartment, you'll just hit the switch to make sure it turns off, and that'll be just fine. The speed controls on this boat are very self-explanatory. All you do is you press this release on the bottom side of the handle, push forward to go forward, flicks back into neutral, and the same way applies backwards. On your thumb control, you have your trim. As long as you have it on trim assist, the boat will take care of this for you, but just so you know, the option is there. And last but not least, on the helm compartment, you're gonna wanna keep this connected to you at all times. What this clip is your kill switch. If you got a belt loop or something like that, you keep it attached to you. So in case of an emergency, if you become incapacitated, you fall off the helm control, this will yank from the control and automatically turn off the engine. Of course, up on your dashboard, you've got some important features, your obvious speedometer. You've got a little bit more details, your GPS position, your trip odometer, as well as some other features like your map. And this is also helpful because you can go as far north as 25 Mile Creek, halfway up the lake, right about here, but it will tell you on the map when you're getting close. This feature here is particularly important when it comes to surfing. Right here is your speed control. When it comes to generating a good wave for surfing, it's really important that you remain at a consistent speed. Generally speaking, a decent surfing speed will be in the range of 10.4 to 11.2 miles per hour, but you can kind of play with that up and down however you like. So at the front here, you've got lots of storage compartments. Starting at the top, you'll have things like your fenders and lines to tie up if you need to. This compartment here, extra storage space. And under these seats here, they flip up on both sides. You'll find your Coast Guard kit, including life jackets and a backup air compressor. You'll find a fire extinguisher and additional storage space. Likewise, underneath these cushions here, additional storage space, Coast Guard flare kit, additional life jackets, flotation device, and additional storage space over here as well.